welcome to class. Today we will be doing a relaxing short sequence focusing just on the hips. And just get comfortable. This is good for any time of the day, morning, evening, right after a run or a cycle. We won't need anything. We won't even get off the floor. So just make sure that you're comfortable. Optional is maybe something soft to sit on and to be on top of, and maybe something to prop you up for some of these poses. So let's begin right away. Finding a nice tall seat. And you're going to open the legs wide, but take a big bend in them. And try focusing on not to let the ankles fall in or out, but neutral. So a gentle flex of the feet. Knees are wide. Imagine happy baby. Just grabbing onto the ankles for a moment here. And just starting to pull the legs towards you, just like you would do in happy babies. The knees are moving towards your armpits. And feel this slight tension as you're pulling the legs towards you, but also a gentle push of the legs away, turning the toes out wide. Let's do a little cat-cow here. Inhale, cow pose. Stretch the front of the body, pull the heart through and up. Exhale, round. Looking towards your belly button or towards the floor. And inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Again, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Pausing here again, neutral spine, and see if you can pull your chest through closer towards your ankles or your heels. You might use your elbows to gently press the knees wide. Again, take notice if the ankles are starting to drop in or out. Try to keep them neutral. Take one more big breath in here. And big breath out. Release, hands reach behind your hips to the floor. Slowly windshield wipe, let the knees fall to the left and to the right. Left, right, one more time. Just check in. Move as slow as you wish. Modify as you need. So let's move into our first shape. Stretching your right leg wide, bending your left knee. So left knee is about 90 degrees or maybe even a little bit more. And this is where maybe you want a little prop or something to hold you up a little bit to stay. So option the elbow, right elbow onto the right leg or maybe onto a prop. Left hand presses onto your inner left knee or thigh. Just gently push the left knee away, stretching that left side of the body, grounding that left hip. Relax both shoulders away from the ears, maybe even gaze over your left shoulder. And stay here for a few more breaths. Option to settle in a little deeper. Maybe the left arm over the head. You can relax your left elbow and let it hang. And just take notice if any part of the body, the neck or the shoulder starting to scrunch up. Find space there. Staying here for 3 more breaths. Begin to just deepen your breath and just check in. If there's any parts of the body that is holding on to a little bit more tension, just breathe into those places. No pain. Just be with your breath. It's more important that we just be here in our practice, adjust and modify as you need. Taking one more full breath in. And full breath out. Slowly release. Left hand reaches over to the left side. Just right arm over the head. Counter balance. Reach over to the left side. Come back. Coming to a pigeon pose now. Onto the left. So the left leg is already bent. And just swing over to the left side. If you need to modify, you can modify as you need. So maybe this time a little pillow or bolster underneath your left hip. Right leg is back. This is too much for the knee where the left ankle is over on the right outer hip. And instead you can stack them straight and rest onto the left heel instead. And sometimes that feels a little better on the knee because it's not rotating. So modify as you need. Pigeon pose on the left side. And check to see the back leg is straight behind you. And an option, prop yourself up. We're going to stay. And here you might rock side to side, finding the spot on the hips that needs a little bit more attention. Again, we'll be here for another 5 breaths here. If you'd like, you can rest the head, stretching the back of the neck. And you can even go a little deeper, maybe bringing the chest towards the floor. But if you notice that there's any pain at all in that front knee, then adjust. Prop yourself up. Modify as you need. Tapping into your breath again. Long, easy breath. Like you're sleeping. No effort. Let's take one more breath here. On your next breath out, begin to come back onto your hands. Once I'm sitting onto your outer left hip, the left hand onto your left side to support and pick up that right leg in front of you. Coming to a spinal twist. Option, right leg wraps above the left ankle, right ankle on top and outer left knee. Or if it's too much, then instead extend that right leg forward. Right hand can come behind you to help lift the spine. So lengthen upwards. Inhale, left arm over the head to start. Lengthen both sides of the body. Keep that length as you twist to the right. You can hug that right thigh towards your ribs or your belly. And start to twist and rotate the spine. Gazing over your right shoulder. Again, adjust as you need. Modify as you need. Every day is going to be different. With every breath, focus on lengthening the spine up. And with every breath out, see if you can twist a little deeper from the navel region. Twist and wring everything out. Let's take one more breath in. And breath out. Exhale, release. Let's counter twist. Left hand behind. Right hand can grab onto that inner right ankle. Right knee can gently push that right knee. To counter twist, look over to your left side. And exhale, release. From here, bend your left knee. Keep your right ankle on top of that left leg for a little figure 4. So some options here. You can either stay upright and start to scoot your bum closer to your left heel. Push into your fingertips and bring your chest, your collarbones towards your right shin. And if you prefer to lie down and do thread the needle, you can do that instead. Wherever you are, just checking in, making sure that right ankle again is not falling in, falling out, but staying neutral. Gentle press of the right knee away from you, making that shin bone parallel to your collarbone. Take another full breath in to expand the chest. And full breath out. If you're on your back and you prefer to stay there, you can stay there for a couple more breaths. Otherwise, we're going to a variation here. So coming to reverse tabletop, hands behind you, either turning the fingertips forward or you can turn them out, whatever is comfortable for your shoulder today. So you'll have to scoot your hips away from your heels a little bit, press into your hands on the next breath in, push into your hands and lift your hips. Possible you can gaze up or even relax the head back. Taking another full breath in to lift your hips. Exhale, slowly lower the hips back. Keeping your legs as they are and start to drop the legs over to your left. You can do this lying down as well. You're sitting upright. The right sole of the foot grounds. Both hands will come onto your left side. And maybe taking the elbows down or using some support again. This time you're on your outer left hip. So option 2, move side to side, massaging your outer left hip, the IT band. And straighten the left leg if you like. If you're on your back, it's going to be a little bit more restorative, more into a spinal twist than the outer hip. But do what you need today. Taking the last 2 breaths on this side, before I move to the other side. Taking one more full breath in, and full breath out. Coming back any way that you'd like. We're going to reset ourselves and shake out the legs if you'd like. We're going to go to the other side. So this time, left leg straight out to the side, bending the right knee, right heel towards your pelvis or your hips. Starting here in our side stretch, an option, left elbow onto the left thigh this time, or onto a block or something to support you in the inside or outside of that straightened leg, that left side. Right hand into the right knee, and gentle press of the right knee away from you. Lengthen that right side. Take a breath here, finding length. And then when you're ready, we can start to move into possibly a different expression or option here. Reaching that right arm over the head. And either straighten that right arm, turn the right palm down, really lengthen, more active, or a little bit more passive. Bend that right arm. Let it be a weight, but not on your head. There's no tension on the head. So just let this arm start to add a little weight to lengthen that right side a little bit more. The gaze can be down or up, whatever is comfortable for your neck today. Let's take another breath in. Taking that breath out. Nice and slowly exit the pose. Counter stretch your right hand off to the right, left arm over the head. Bend that right elbow if you'd like and stretch over to the right side. And slowly return, coming to our pigeon pose. So set up again. Onto the right side. So squaring your hips over to the right. Again, focusing either turning that right knee out, externally rotating that right hip, or instead stacking so it's lined. So if you have any knee pains, this might be the option you want to go, or go for more of the traditional pigeon pose that we see where the heel is towards our left outer hip. Option to prop your seat up so there's no pain. So just focusing on no pain in that right knee. Gentle engagement of the pelvic floor. Imagine the scissoring of your hips, the left hip trying to pull forward, the right hip pulls back to hug everything in and up. You can stay upright or folding forward. Let's take 4 more deep breaths here. And release any tension in the jaw, in the brow area, in the chest. Take another full breath in and full breath out. Begin to come back out onto your hands. Take out any prop underneath you. Right hand over to the right. Roll onto your outer right hip and slowly bring your left leg in front of you, either crossing the legs, left leg on top of the right for your spinal twist, or modify, extending that right leg in front of you. And you can adjust the twist in the way, if your right leg is extended, you can take that left ankle below the right knee, outer right knee. You notice that you might stretch a little different. It'll feel a little different. So play around with your practice. Left hand behind your hip. Push into your left fingertips to lengthen the spine upwards. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, begin to twist to the left. Hugging that left knee across the body. Hugging your ribs towards that left thigh. Option to look back. Initiate the twist from the belly region. And let the left shoulder guide the twist. Take another breath in. And breath out. Right hand releases, right hand reaches behind, left arm grabs the inner left ankle. Counter twist. Using your left elbow and left forearm, gently press into your left leg and twist back. One more breath in. And breath out. Release. Figure four. Either on your back or sitting upright. Crossing that left ankle over the right thigh. From here, gentle flex of the left ankle again, always making sure that ankle is neutral and healthy. Push into your fingertips and you pick up your hips and slide it towards your right heel. If you're lying down, instead, you can do thread the needle, pulling the right thigh to the chest. So you can find a little bit more space. Walk your hands a little closer. Bring the collarbones on your left shin a little bit closer. Again, gentle press of the left knee away from you. And find that breath again. Taking one final breath in. And breath out. Setting up for a reverse tabletop. Pick up the hips, bring them back away from the heel. Ground your hands, either fingertips forward, to the side, or even back. When you're ready, push into the right foot and lift your hips as high as you can. Option gaze can be to the navel, or up, or even back. Take one more full breath in, push into the arms, lift your hips. On your breath out, slowly lower the hips down. From here, drop the legs over to the right side. So the left foot comes to the floor, left knee is pointing upwards. Both hands begin to come onto the right side. Staying on your hands, you'll feel a stretch on your right side, or lower onto your elbows. And pulling yourself forward and back, massaging that outer right hip. And check in. Has the tension come back into the jaw, into the face, into your breath? Take another full breath in. and full breath out. Taking your time to slowly return back, unwind, uncross. Extend your legs, shake them out, and lying on your back for this last little moment. Windshield wipe your legs, option to cactus your arms if you like, whatever comfortable position. Letting the legs fall over to the left and then the right. Move at the pace of your breath. Begin to synchronize your breath with your movement. Close the eyes if you can. Bring that awareness inside. The next time you come over to your left, just stay there. Ask you to stack your left ankle on your outer right thigh. Just bring a little bit more kind of weight. Your right hip will lift. And rowing the legs. Switch sides. Take it over to the right. This time the right ankle can stack on top of your left outer thigh. With every breath, lengthen. And with every exhale, relax any tension away. Return back to center, bring the legs together, and slowly open the knees wide. If you need to prop underneath your knees to support you for this supine butterfly pose, feel free. Option one hand on the belly, one hand onto your chest. And we'll close here, staying here for as long as you'd like. Once again, scan through the body, releasing any tension in your body. And really take this moment to thank yourself for taking the time to be here, be with your breath, nourishing your body and your mind. Staying here for as long as you'd like, enjoying this piece that you created for yourself. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace.